A man is in stable condition this morning after rolling his truck several times and being ejected from that vehicle last night in Wright Township. It happened just before 6:30 on Saturday evening near Berlin Fair Drive and 24th Avenue. Ottawa County Sheriff's deputies say a man in his early 20s was heading towards the Berlin Raceway and missed the entrance. He lost control of his truck on a curve, hit a road sign and a ditch before flipping the truck. Alcohol is believed to be a factor, and he was not wearing a seatbelt. Kalamazoo police are asking for your help after an elderly man was hit and killed while riding his bike just before 11 on Saturday morning. Officers say an 82-year-old man tried to cross Gull Road when he was hit by a car driven by a 54-year-old woman. She was not hurt. Detectives are hoping somebody saw this happen and they can give information that could help with the investigation. If you know anything, please call Kalamazoo Police. Several people had to be taken to the hospital after a head-on crash involving an SUV and an RV in Newaygo County yesterday. It occurred just before 5 o'clock on Friday, but part of the road was closed well after 9 p.m. It happened along M37 near 40th Street, that's south of the White Cloud State Park. A trooper tells Fox 17 the driver of a Chevy Blazer headed south crossed the center line and hit an RV head-on. 3 people were in the RV, nobody but the driver and the Blazer, and all 4 were taken to the hospital. 1 needed to be airlifted. A handful of homes in the Holland area targeted by thieves on the 4th of July. It's part of a string of at least 9 break-ins since June 26. That's according to the Holland Department of Public Safety. They say Thursday night, 5 different houses were broken into.
You think they took advantage of the holiday?
Yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah, they definitely took advantage of the holiday. I've heard about a whole bunch of other people that got robbed the same way just last night, and it's terrible, you know. This should be a good neighborhood, you know, but it's not.
Vanderberg tells us the last 4th of July, his lawnmower was stolen. If you have any information on these break-ins, please call the Holland Department of Public Safety or Silent Observer.
Your weather is interrupting snack time here.
I was going to put it down, but I figured...
What are you snacking on?
This is just cottage cheese. I've already had my protein shake. I already have my hard-boiled egg. I have my granola bars.
People that don't see us, behind the scenes, we eat throughout the entire show.
He's got 15 different beverages.
Yeah, we've got...
Powerades, well, water now,
there's
right?
A bottle.
There's a bottle. There's a bottle.
I've got almonds and Red Bull.
I like your pink water bottle. Oh, wait, that's mine.
That was yours. I figured I was only going to be on camera for about 8 seconds, Kelly, the length of a Vine video. And I was going to put it down, but...
Don't let us get in your way. Keep eating.
I'm obsessed with Vine now. If you don't have Vine, look us up because I just made a video of what we're all eating this morning.
I don't think look us up. It's look you up. We don't have Vine.
I'm obsessed with it. It's my new thing. So look up Vine. It's really fun. And
fireworks are dangerous, and 3 people are finding that out the hard way after receiving injuries in an accident in Oshtemo Township. It happened around 7:30 last night in the 100 block of North 8th Street. We talked to a fire chief who says a group of men were using black powder and a cannon that they were packing themselves to light fireworks when something went wrong. 2 of the men have 2nd and 3rd degree burns. The worst injury, though, was respiratory. Sheriff's deputies also were assisting fire department at the scene. He captured the hearts of many and gained support from all over the world. Now, sadly, a little boy from West Michigan has lost his battle with brain cancer. 2-year-old Caden Brown from Van Buren County died on Saturday morning, according to his family's Facebook page. Caden was diagnosed with cancer in September of last year. He had several surgeries to remove the tumor, but doctors were only able to get about 40% of it. Earlier this week, the family told Fox 17 that a playground will be built in Caden's honor at a local park. That's thanks to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Visitation for Caden Brown will be Tuesday from 2 to 4 and 6 to 8 p.m. His funeral will be Wednesday at 1 p.m. All services will be held in the Bloomingdale High School gym. Go to your grandma's "I just shot your mom." That's what the 10-year-old son of John and Nancy Kovac says his dad said to him on June 17th. That's the day that Nancy Kovac was found dead in their Comstock Township home. Now, John Kovac is facing charges in her death, and yesterday a preliminary hearing was held. The couple's kids were home at the time of the incident, and yesterday in court, the 10-year-old said his mom was making him hot dogs when his dad came into the kitchen and began yelling at her. She yelled back, saying he was a lousy husband and father. From there, it turned physical, with John allegedly grabbing Nancy by the hair and saying he wanted a divorce. At that point, the boy says his parents went to the bedroom while he and his brother stood in a doorway ready to leave. It was a place the pair had gone before when their parents were fighting. This time, though, they heard the sound of shattering glass, and their father came out and spoke to them.
Grandma's, I just shot your mom. What sort of things do you say?
I did her family a favor.
The boys then did go to their grandparents, which is just a few doors down. Police arrived a few minutes later and arrested John Kovac. He will now head to trial. No word on when that will begin. Live in the newsroom, Tim Doty, Fox 17 News. Good morning, Mike. You either are in a buyer's market or a seller's market, and after so many years of being in a buyer's market, evidently we are now in a seller's market. The analytics group CoreLogic says home prices are up 12.2% just since May of last year. That's the largest rise in 7 years, and that is fantastic news for people who want to put their house on the market or need to put their house on the market, because they might be able to get some money back for it instead of losing a lot of money like so many Americans did over the past 7, 8, 9 years. And that's also good news for real estate agents. They say the inventory is flying off the shelves. Now a home is going to be listed for a few days to a few weeks, as opposed to months or maybe even a year, as some people probably dealt with. But home selling quickly can be a bit of a minor problem, because some of the people who are selling don't think their house is going to sell so quickly, and then like this guy, they're left without a place to stay. Take a listen.
And in the back of your head, it's like, wait, if I sell this in 2 days, I got to have a plan to go down to Kentucky, or, so we're actually living with my parents for a little bit, which, it'll be fun.
Well, it doesn't sound like fun, but it sounds like a very good problem to have if you're selling. How some of the real estate agents that Fox 17 talked to said that there just aren't enough hours in the day to try and meet the demand. And that is definitely music to the ears of people selling, to the real estate agents, and to the economy as a whole. We're live in Grand Rapids. Tim Doty, Fox 17 News. Good morning, Kelly and Mike. We work really interesting hours on this show and on this shift. A lot of times it's kind of a pain, to be honest with you, but on a day like this, you feel good being outside. And there's a lot of people outside here in downtown Holland, a lot of bikers, a lot of runners, a lot of people having coffee or starting their 4th of July. Take a look behind me. This is 8th Street in downtown Holland. You see the American flags displayed prominently as the city is starting to wake up. Now, as you said, Kelly, this is a day they're doing something unique. They have the 4th of July celebration at Collin Park, just off of downtown here. That starts at 2 o'clock. They've got bounce houses, they've got festival food, they've got the fireworks starting at dusk. But what they're doing this year is they're trying to bring people into the area ahead of time, and they're opening a lot of stores, shops, boutiques. Okay, the restaurants, coffee houses would probably be open on a day like this, but there are some stores that are opening their doors maybe for the first time because it's the 4th of July. You will see posters in the window telling you if they're open, and if they have a patriotic balloon on the door, what they're going to do is give you 20% off of one item if you wear red, white, or blue. So it's a great way to explore the city, and it's a great way to get your 4th of July started early before heading to the fireworks. As we said, there are some places that are not open, so you need to check. Don't just assume that your favorite place is open, but there's more than 40 of them that will be open for shopping. And then once you're done with that, before the fireworks, they're having their street walkers. They do that on Thursday evenings, and this one is going to be extra special. More than 30 performers will be out here, and it's highlighted by a stilt walker. So we'll see how they do with all of these tall trees. Hopefully those stilts aren't too high. Guys, if you haven't been to downtown Holland in a while, which I hadn't before this morning, got to get down here. This is a fantastic place.